Yo, 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 what up? This is Missing Conversation where the conversation is missing. I am True Poet. Got a special guest, my bro, JD,
Man, what
back
happened?
for another one. What up,
Yes.
JD?
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Cooling, man. Cooling. What you been up to, bro?
Working. That's all I
Work.
do. Work, work, work.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. How was your Father's Day, man?
And it was a day.
You ain't get no special treatment, brother?
I
No.
did, and like we said last time, we don't get as much appreciation as we should, but I did. I did.
I listen, you better than me. I ain't getting no love. I ain't getting nothing. I ain't getting nothing, bro. So you better than me, man.
I feel that. I feel that, man.
Yeah. It's all love, man. One day we get some love, a little bit more love than what we get. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So on this episode here, we're gonna dive into, since it was Father's Day, we're gonna dive into what it means to be a father. How was your childhood? Did you grow up with your father? So let's start off with JD. Um, was you raised with your father? How was your childhood pertaining to having a dad?
Heck, no, I wasn't raised with that guy, man. I don't even know who he is, man.
Nah,
Uh, Nah,
damn.
man. I mean, I am who I am though, so I ain't really worried about that. Um, really ain't stressed out about it. But I mean, some days I be like, man, maybe it would be different if I had a dad in my life at that time. But I mean, I don't think it'd be any different right now. I mean, definitely ain't gonna mean nothing right now if he came in my life. So, uh,
So you didn't have no interactions with your dad. Do you know who your dad is?
nope, don't know the guy, man. So,
Word, man, I didn't even know that, man.
right.
That's interesting. So, how was your childhood coming up without your dad? Did it affect you? Was it missing voids there?
Um, I mean, honestly, my life is a little different, man. I was adopted, so I wouldn't know my biological parents at all. So I don't
Yeah.
know. So I mean, I'm grateful for the parent that I do have. She took me in, and she didn't have to, but she took her time, and I was a difficult kid to raise. Because I acted out and whatever kid really don't, but I took a lot. It took a lot of praying and took a lot of understanding where I came from to get that love. You know what I'm saying, from her, because she really took her time. Like, I got adopted at a late age. So I was 14 when I got adopted. So definitely a different feeling. Being in the system and understanding that I don't have no biological parents in my corner. You know what I'm saying? Felt It felt weird, felt different, but at the same time, like, as you get older, you don't even think about it sometimes. So
Man,
yeah,
that's interesting, man.
right.
All this time we've been talking, I never knew that, bro.
Because
That's kind of that's kind of shocking, man.
yeah, I
You know,
mean,
because the way you operate, man, you have some great traits about you, like you're a family man, you're about your girl, your wife, your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect that. I thought came from, you know,
two
that was
pound,
yeah. I thought you know what I'm saying, because the way you operate is kind of, it's especially in our community.
right?
We don't see this as much on the forefront as it should be. Like fathers like you, fathers like me, you don't really see that. So this is kind of shocking, but Everybody has their story, you know what I'm saying? But you came out to be a great man. So, that just made you stronger, you know what I'm saying? Cuz like I said, you got some really great traits. You're a family man, take care of your kids, so nothing but high praises from this side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
So, how is it being a father? How did you feel when your first child entered the world?
Well, honestly, man, I was nervous. I didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And actually, it kind of came easy because I mean, it took a little while, but it kind of became easy knowing that where I came from and knowing I didn't want my child to go that same route. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just thought about all the things that I didn't get, or all the things that I didn't receive, and all the things that I'll never get back. You know what I'm saying? My childhood, as far as being with my actual parents, and definitely feeling loved. And I'm pretty hard on my kids because I don't want them to go down any path that I went down at all. You know what I'm saying? So when they sit there and say, "Oh, don't discipline your kid like that," or "Don't do this," you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get that because I was in the system. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get that structural, bond with a parent like that because, again, I got adopted at 14. So, what my mom know now is 16 years of me. You know what I'm saying? She don't know 30 years. She knows 16 years. So I'm giving my kids every year of stuff. So I really enjoy being a father because, again, like, I know that my kids are going to be straight no matter what. And I don't want to go and have to go look for my kids, or they're right here with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day. And I think about it, man. I pray about it, man. I cry sometimes because it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my kids not knowing, the truth about me, knowing where I came from. I tell them everything. So it's just step by step process, man. I'm still learning every day how to be a father. So
That's what's up, man. So so you're big on a two-parent home.
yeah, oh, for sure, for sure.
So how do you think how do you think it affects kids without being with your parents since you grew up in the system? How did it affect you, and how do you think it affects other kids since you have that type of experience, which every kid doesn't
Sure,
have?
sure.
Sometimes kids only have one parent, but you have a different story. So how do you feel like it affected you, and how does it affect other children that goes up into the system?
Try feeling like your life not really normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here today and gone tomorrow. Like, you just don't understand. Like, I went to 14 different schools, man. I can name them off my hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I went from house to house. You know what I'm saying? This state, that city, this city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. You'll wake up and be like, "Hey, you moving?" Like, everything is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, that little vision of you feeling like, "Hey, I found the family that I really, really love, or I really, really want to be with." Some parents are not even there to adopt kids. They're just there to collect the check. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say, but that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they give you this certain amount of money to deal with that certain kid, so it's like an auction. That's how I felt. Like, it was an auction. You know what I'm saying? I was in like this whole little foster care group home thing, and I remember the first time that I got pulled from there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was in like this little group home, and nothing that I did wrong, but they put me in there because they took me from, the state took me. And I will never understand how, a person or a child can be ripped from their parents and just put in a group home. Like, What did that child do so bad that they had to be put in a home like that? And just a whole lot of things happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's verbally, sexually, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like all types of stuff happen behind the scenes, and nobody really know. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot. But like I said, I made it out, and I don't really I don't look at it as you know a thing where I want people to feel sympathy for me or nothing like that because I'm not the only one. But I live to tell the story, because some might have didn't make it, some didn't never get adopted, some just got lost, some ran away. But I'm still here to tell the story. So I really don't. I think about my parents like, hey, what are they? I want closure. And then some days I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna look for my parents. And then some days I'm like, I don't know, maybe one day. So
Wow, man. Yo, that's tough. That's
yeah.
really, really tough. I think for the most part, a lot of us face like traumatic events that as a child, people don't really touch on, especially when it comes into our community. They don't really talk about the traumatic experiences for like little boys. It goes both ways. Like little girls have traumatic experiences, little boys too. My story is not like yours. At least I had my mom, but my father, I didn't meet my father until maybe 12, yeah, 12 years old. And I didn't even know I had a sister. I didn't know my other side of my family. And they live right behind me. That's the
Wow.
craziest thing. Like they was like 2 blocks over. And I never knew that they was there. And so one day my uncle Tony had saw my father on the riding on the train. So he went to my father and kind of like, got in his face, like, yo, you need to go see your son, man. Like, you got to see your son. So finally he came with my cousin Walter, and I met him, and I didn't even know how to like respond to him because it's like, damn, I didn't know how this guy looked. And it's like, man, as a kid, you kind of you want your father, you want your mother, but it's like seeing him kind of put me at a standstill. It was kind of
Right.
weird, man. But then I met my sister, I met my grandparents, and I kind of was standoffish with my grandparents and my sister because I thought they knew about me, but they didn't have no idea about me. So, that was kind of odd in the beginning years. We grew to get closer. My father's no longer here. He passed away 2012. My grandparents, I don't have none of my grandparents. All of them passed away. So the only one I have is my mom now. So.
Hmm.
So it's kind of but that experience was kind of tough. I feel like, missing your parents or missing one of your parents is kind of like a void. It's like you missing your identity, you know what I'm saying? Because your mother and father is a piece of you, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of rough, but I'm thankful for, that I had my mother, because I had a couple of friends that didn't grow up with their parents either. You know what I'm saying? So bless you. So it's kind of rough. And then, when I had my kids, it was wasn't an easy experience with raising my kids. And, I was a single father for a long time, and it wasn't really a nice experience, you know what I'm saying? So my story is crazy. I ain't gonna really get into it, but I know what it is to, the whole system thing, the whole not for it not being fair. I spent like $60,000 on lawyer fees and fighting for my kids to keep them. Just all kind of crazy stuff, you know. So the whole fatherhood thing, though, is a beautiful thing. You know, it's something that at least for me, and I know for you, is special. You know, it's one of the best things a man can have. You know, your child that comes from you. You know,
Right,
so
right.
that's a little bit of my story. So as far as like going forward, do you see yourself having any more kids, or this is it for you?
Um, I'm thinking about one more child, man. I mean,
One more?
you know, I was blessed with, four healthy ones. Like I said, recently I lost my last son, and it kind of took a little bit out of me. You know what I'm saying, to see my son still be born and everything, and just too early. And yeah, so I'm really planning on trying to have another one. Hopefully, it's another boy. If not, healthy girl, whatever. Um, but I always told myself I was gonna have enough kids that my bank account can allow it. My bank account can afford it, then yeah, I think I'll go for it. So,
That's
um,
what's up, though, man. Condolences on your child, man. Send my condolences to that. You know, sorry for your loss. And your children's mother. That's a tough thing to deal with. You know what I mean? So send
I
my condolences, bro.
a mom is gonna take it harder than a father. Not saying that the love is different. I mean, we love equally, but nobody knows what a mother goes through. Besides a mom. You know what I'm saying? Eternally and stuff like that. I mean, they held the baby, they feel the movements, and we just there to see it. But she definitely took it a little harder than me, and I still had to go to work and be strong and whatever the case may be. But making it through.
So speaking on that, what do you feel about this whole abortion thing that they just passed? What do you call it? Versus Wade or whatever it is. What
Whatever.
what what do you feel about that?
Um,
What is your stance on abortions?
my stance on abortion. I mean, of course, if it's consensual, you know what I'm saying. Like if it's both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, and that's y'all decision, and and it's legal. You know what I'm saying. Definitely got to be some legal activity going on. I just feel like, I feel like a mother shouldn't do it if a father is willing to be in a child's life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a mother shouldn't do it if, like I said, if it's y'all decide to do, that unprotectedly, you know the consequences. So I feel like right there should be no abortion. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like women out here or little girls out here getting raped, anything like that, like, if it wasn't, what I'm saying, supposed to be consensual, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't, I don't see no problem with it. Me personally, I wouldn't want my child to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I still got years on that. But as far as you telling somebody what they can do and can't do with their body, man, this world is really turning for the worse, man. You know what I'm saying? Now they're telling you you can't do this and you can't do that, and it's more stuff behind the scenes where the government is trying to control everything that we do. Just like they were trying to control us from being inside the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got to stay in the house. There's no law saying that you literally have to stay in the house. But they were trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like um, they're just trying to control things. You know what I'm saying? Where, in China, uh, they only want to have male figures. You know what I'm saying? They want to only have male figures born there. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a female and then they limit how many kids you can have in a household and stuff like that. I just feel like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you got one country telling you how many kids you can have, and then you got this country telling you you can't have an abortion.
Mm.
Like it's so much. Like they're trying to be a dictator. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're turning into a dictator country. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't even go that route. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if both parents agree, like, hey, this was a mistake, this and that and the third, then that's their choice. But
So you saying each situation is
yeah,
different.
it's definitely different. Like if a little girl getting raped or something like that, and they got to deal with that situation, and you telling them like, oh no, you can't have an abortion. Like, bro, what if this baby, you know, kill this person? You know what I'm saying? Or this and that. If you keep the baby and this and that, like they gotta understand a lot of parents. You know what I'm saying? Like some people didn't want to be parents, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's not their fault
Mhm.
sometimes, but sometimes it is their fault because
Some
But
people are reckless though. I
right,
could agree with your premise on rape.
right,
I agree because me, I don't believe in abortions. Like if I sleep with somebody, first of all, me now since I've been a father, I'm careful who I mess with. So if I'm laying down with a woman, she knows like if anything happens, you know, I want the child or vice versa. So I'm not gonna lay down with a woman that her mindset is like if she get pregnant, she'll hide it or she'll go and have an abortion. See, things like that happens. I guess from all perspectives, it's different situations. Then you have some women out here, they're reckless with their things. They having unprotected sex. So I guess from what you're saying, I could agree with some of the points, but then there's that other side of it. Like I also feel, and this what I'm gonna be fighting for. The
right.
bigger I get, the more money I get. I want to fight for like men to have more rights when it comes to their child. Because number one, right? We carry the seed before you can get pregnant, right? So the seed is 50% of us and 50% of you.
And
Chromosomes is 50 of you, 50 of me. We carry it before we implant it in you, right?
right,
So we should have some say in that to where it's not fair because when you have the baby, we don't have no say. Like if even if a dude doesn't want the baby, they still get hit with child support. They don't have to where, yo, I don't want this baby. You know, I don't want the baby. You have it anyway, and then you get hit with that. There's no type of say for us. That's why I tell men all the time, you got to protect your seed. You got to know who you laying down with. You can't just be laying down with anybody. So I tell my son that. I tell my little dudes that, my cousins, the kids that I mentor. I mentored a couple of kids, and I tell them it's okay to be a virgin. Save yourself. Know who you laying with. You don't want to lay down with a woman that she's just thinking one way. You want to lay down with a woman where, yo, you and her is on the same mission. Y'all talk about things together. If she get pregnant, she come to you and say, yo, I'm pregnant. Let's talk about what we gonna do. That's how you handle the situation. But in the times we live in, they don't handle it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's one side. It's like my body, my say, and it's like, yo, before we had sex together. You didn't create the baby by yourself. I mean, I'm a firm advocate of that. I love kids. You know what I mean? Even if I get with a woman and say she don't want to raise yo, give me the baby. I raised the baby. I raised two babies already. I raised my daughter and my son. I never left my daughter and son. I did everything you can think of for my kids. Doctors, school, clothes, pay all the bills, everything you had did my daughter hair every 2 weeks, taking her to do her hair, cut my so everything you could think of, I did. So I'm not your the typical the prototypical guy that they bash out here. You know, I'm different from the guys. Same like you. You know, you care about your kids. You want the best for your kids. So that's my stance on it. You know.
Yeah, like I said, I'm so hard on my kids, man, because it could be different. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Like like anything can happen. And if I leave today, I think the scariest thing, man, is just to think that I didn't get a chance to teach my son this, or I didn't get a chance to teach my daughter this, or tell them this and tell them that, because you wait to a certain stage in their life where you're like, hey, we don't we you know what I'm saying, boys only want this, and girls only want that. You know what I'm saying? So don't I don't take life for granted, and I definitely teach. Like I said, I'm still learning. Like I still listen to people. People talk to me like, "Hey man, you doing this, man?" But I'm telling you that when I was growing up, man, this is how it was, this and that. I still listen to people older than me, the older generation, because the older generation knows. Like they really know. Like we probably just sit there like, "Oh man, you old man, you don't know nothing." But at the same time, like they've been there. They've
Mhm.
done, and they know what it's like to actually struggle. I haven't struggled yet. I don't know what it's like to struggle, but I know what it's like to work harder than some. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know what it's like to struggle. I don't know.
Nah,
Uh,
you know what it is to struggle. You just told me a story. I'm talking about from a kid. That's
yeah,
yo. Listen, what you just said.
yeah,
That's a struggle within itself, bro. Not
right,
having none of your parents
yeah.
and going from school to school. Yo, much. Yo, listen. Salute.
I
That's a
definitely.
struggle. So I got to correct you on that. That's a struggle within itself. Cause
Yeah,
look, my story, right? My
yeah,
story was crazy, right?
right,
I'm not gonna get into all the nuances, but your story is a little bit crazier than mine. You didn't have none of your parents.
right,
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
Maybe because I kind of didn't look at it like a struggle because, I mean, I really didn't fall short of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you could take nothing and get less than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have nothing.
I could
I didn't
feel
have.
that. You just appreciate
So you,
everything that you have.
yeah,
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 I get your point. I get your point.
can't take nothing and add nothing and get less than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like so I didn't have.
I feel that.
So I really didn't look at it in a negative way. Like okay, I didn't have both my parents. I'm not the only one. My story might be a little bit different from the other ones, but I'm not dead off. I didn't go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not in prison. I'm not gone.
You didn't go astray.
Right. Like I
You made
act
something of yourself. Yeah, I see your point.
right. So that's why I didn't look at it like a struggle. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying. Like I had sleepless nights and stuff like that, but you can have sleepless nights like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about what we talking about right now.
So let me ask you this though.
Hmm.
Does it still affect you? Like,
Oh,
did you still affect you?
I think about it more and more as I get older. I'm like, I, like I said, I was gone since I was 3. It's been 27 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 30 now. So does it affect me more? No. It's like day by day, it fades. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm 30. Like, but I know, my mom's probably still out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, I am in the works of doing research to figure that out to see, you know, what I got to do to figure out where my parents are and, who they are and stuff like that. Even if I open that door and it's not what I wanted, but it's something that needed to be done to let them know, like, hey, you got grandkids out here. If you didn't know, like, I did make something of myself. I didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still here.
Hey
And
man, I'm gonna put this out there though. If you need anything, you need any help with that,
right,
reach out to me. You know what I'm saying, down to do whatever you need. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I
tough.
appreciate.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
that's tough,
I
bro.
definitely,
Yeah. But
I definitely don't want to.
listen, man. I give you props, man. I give you props
Right.
because all this time me ain't even talking. I ain't even know that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So salute,
Right,
man. You made something of yourself because like some of my homeboys that went through that, they went the other way. They
right,
ain't come, they ain't do they got caught up in the streets.
right. And I ain't never been a street dude, man. That's
Yeah,
why
they got caught up in the streets, and I used to tell them like, you know, some of them I had under my wing because I'm a little bit older than them, and I try to tell them, you gotta leave this street stuff alone, man.
ain't
You
nothing in
gotta.
them.
It's not. I love them, but I'm on a whole different vibration. My mentality is different. Um, I'm about creating legacy. I want a lot more for myself, my kids. You know, so I can't be out here doing knucklehead stuff, man. It's more to life than that. So any kid I come across, I try to guide them in the right way because I also had a couple of kids that didn't grow up with their parents too. They came out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They on the right path. But my homeboys,
Yeah, man. We ain't all far off, man, but
yeah,
you know,
man.
it affected some of us more. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's the normality. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like we just waking up like, oh yo, yeah, I'm with my dad right now. I'm with my, you know what I'm saying? Like you see everybody out there, two parent household, and then you're over here, you know, two parent, probably two parents or one parent foster care. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? And even though my mom say she love me, I can't say that she don't. But at the same time, like I can't say she love me on the same level as her biological kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that, but
You got a close relationship with her?
I mean we good. We was just on the phone not too long ago. We're not that bad. It's like we used to talk more, but I'm
Hmm.
so busy now, and she was having a few little health issues, and she like to shelter it and not really tell me because she don't want me to worry and stuff like that, and just of that nature. Like she she's closer with her daughter, of course, but they're closer. They actually live close together. And then there's me, and then her other son, and then she took in my godson as her son. So she's still she got a lot on her plate, and I just feel like even though I am her son now. I still feel like that biologicalness, you can't take it away. Like, you can't say, oh, I love you on the same level. You can, but in reality, I don't see it. Because that's somebody you birthed. That's somebody you know what I'm saying, didn't have to take in. That's somebody that was already there. So,
So what about the siblings? You close to the siblings? Like your
we,
siblings?
I mean, we all right, man. Like I said, I stay to myself. I moved away from everybody, so I'm kind of in this by myself, kind of thing. And I mean, I got family here, but again, blood ain't always, well, they ain't my blood, but my family, they ain't. I don't really talk to them much, so I'm kind of out here by myself with my family, So
Mm.
yeah,
I feel you, man. Sometimes your own blood don't really treat you the way it's supposed to. I mean, in your sense, that's all the family you know. So, but
so
even your blood sometimes,
all right, so
it's not on a good it's not on a good wave as well. So I understand you, man. So
so
you more closer to your friends than
right,
your fam. Okay.
right. That's why me and Black, we roll tight, you know what I'm saying, and me and a couple of his nephews, like I don't really I don't really one, you know what I'm saying, and two,
Mhm.
like, who travel and stuff like that. I only go see a couple people. I'm not in the club. I used to be in the club scene when I was doing music heavily. I mean, I started back doing music. I do have a song that's it's dropping soon, man. It's gonna be nice, bro. You probably heard it. Black probably already put you on, but
I don't know if he played the new joint. He played some of your old joints. You gotta put me on. Send it to me so I could listen to it,
oh,
man.
that new joint, man, you gonna be feeling it, because when I play it, I really want to play it on the podcast one time so people can, like, give me their input on it or whatever. But it's really nice, man. So
All
definitely,
right. Anytime you ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you ready, we could play it on here, man. Anytime you ready, man.
yeah.
So so anything else you want to add to like the fatherhood thing, or you got everything you wanted out of
Um.
explaining the whole father? Oh, let me ask you this. I got one more question before you get into that.
Okay.
What do you think about the government and how the world, like our world, like United States, treat fathers? Do you think it's a fair game play? Do you see the bias out here when it comes to fathers? What is your assessment on fatherhood in general?
Number one, the system is definitely crooked compared to when it's coming to women. Like, they really making it very hard on society, man, for the men, because it seems like it's like being a Republican and a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Everything is split. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, and that's how they split up the society for men and women. Because number one, in our community, man, dude, we don't get nothing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it that you're a single father, and if you go out there and try to get benefits, then it'll be harder for you to get it. Or when a woman go get it, it's right on demand. If you get what I'm saying,
No,
or
that's true. Cause I had to pay for everything. I didn't
right,
get I didn't get no benefits.
didn't get no benefits. I don't know if you got child support or anything like that, but the
No,
thing
I didn't get no child support either. I
is,
actually this was on me. I waived the child support.
and ain't nothing wrong with that. And
I mean, to some people, they say, "Oh, I should have never waived the child support," but
I
I
mean, but
looked at it like this, man. I think for the most part, when it come to men, at least the men I have encountered, we look at that whole child support thing differently than the mothers. We don't look at it the same way.
right, and me personally, bro, if I was even in that position, like, I would challenge myself, like, bro, I'm not gonna go that route, bro. I'm not finna take. I'm not finna take what they give me, because at the end of the day, bro, they gonna look at it like, oh yeah, we giving him this, we giving him that, so he need to give us this. Like, it's a bargain system with us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, the system is designed for children and women. Like, it is really that way, and some women use that system to get up. But to understand that you using that system for that society to tell you that your relationship ain't fit. So that man should not be in your life. So they're gonna keep doing anything and everything to separate y'all more and more and more. And that's why in our society it is more single mothers and single fathers than any race in the country. Any race. You can go through that whole thing. And the crazy part is our community is not even the community that has the most benefits. If you
No, it's true.
it and I knew that only because I used to be assistant manager at Family Dollar, and somebody told me one time, they were like, black people don't have the food stamps as much as the white people. And I said, y'all lying, man. I don't seen so many black people with foods. Dude, I shit you not, man. Excuse my French, but I seen more white people coming there with a food stamp card than black people. Way more. Two parent household though, and still getting the benefits.
But the truth of the matter is, they white people outnumber us here in this country. The numbers is bigger when
for
it comes
sure.
to they
But
dominate as far as with certain things.
but you see how hard it is if the father, our black fathers, are in the household, the benefits won't be there. But again, I seen two parent households,
Hmm.
food stamps plus their kids, and then it's hard for you to go get it by yourself. And the only reason why the women and the children get it is because somebody paying for it. Why is that?
You got a point. I mean, the numbers say it because I always look at the statistics. I do a lot of reading on numbers to see where different things are. So you do have a point.
And, and, and,
The whole thing with everything though is just about the divide and conquer mentality. They
and
trying to divide us with a
exactly,
lot of different stuff.
a two parent household in our community is stronger than any race, anything in this country. And I'm telling you, like you cannot separate a black mother and a black father. Oh, they in trouble.
But
They
they
in,
but they but they have already done it, bro.
that's
You
what I'm
see
saying.
you see
They're
you see
just
why the numbers are high with the violence because these kids need their father. A lot of
right,
these kids need listen, me growing up without my dad, it's a void that I can never replace. Even though I had my uncles and godfather, it still wasn't my dad. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
that's a thing that I had to live with. Fortunately, we got a little closer. Then we kind of stopped. I stopped talking to him because he did something that he wasn't supposed to do. But I love my parents. Without my parents, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold nothing against my father. I love my father. Um, it's really, like you said, when you're a child, you go through certain circumstances and traumatic experiences. You can't let that dictate your whole life, though.
right.
You gotta move on with your life. But I mean, it still affects you. It still affects me in certain aspects, but I
Yes,
don't let it. I don't let it bring me down to where I'm like, some people let things overtake them.
right. And I know time and time again, people ask me, "Hey man, you want to go out? You want to have a drink? You want to do this? You want to do that?" I tell them no. I don't really give them a reason why. I just say, man, I just don't. But I'm gonna tell you the reason why. So even though I didn't know my parents, they still give me backgrounds on my parents. They still get my parents still got a background. You know what I'm saying? Like they know more about my parents than I do, of course.
Mhm.
So, looking back at my paperwork and stuff like that, they were like, "Oh, your mom was on drugs and drinking a lot and doing this, doing that." And I've never smoked. I never drank in my life. And they're like, "Why you don't do this stuff?" I just tell them all the time, like, I just don't do it. But in reality, I just don't want to fall into that realm where I feel like if I take one drink, I got to take two, three, four, five more. Or if I smoke, I got to smoke this drug or that drug or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta try it all. I didn't want to fall into that little hole
A
where,
trap. Yeah,
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
I didn't want to fall into that, and a lot of people didn't know that because it's just something that I hold in. It's something sacred, and I just want people to know, like, this is why. So you can stop asking because it's never.
I
This
feel you, man.
a
Yeah, I don't do any drugs too, man. So
right,
you're not the only one.
yeah, like a little drink ain't gonna hurt, man. A little drink ain't gonna hurt. Yeah, a little drink ain't hurt a person that liked it for that first time, and then they fell in love with it. Now they addicted to it. Now they, you know what I'm saying? It never hurt nobody until it becomes abusive. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
I
just know,
agree. I
Still
agree with you with that. I haven't ever smoked cigarettes, weed, any type of drugs. Like I
right.
don't even
And
drink. Listen, I don't even drink coffee, bro.
dude, I drink soda and stuff now. I don't got into that.
I don't mess with coffee. I don't drink soda. I don't mess with none of that stuff, man.
Right.
They say I read somewhere that soda, Coca-Cola and Pepsi is like liquid crack. Like is the
I,
owners, do you know this? You could look this up after we get off this podcast.
okay.
Um they say Coca-Cola is liquid crack, and the owner of Coca-Cola does not allow his kids to drink Coca-Cola. Look it up.
I heard that.
His family don't allow them to drink that. So imagine this: you create a product just like me. I create my own product. This is my product. I'm
Right.
wearing my product. I'll do whatever.
Right.
Imagine you creating a product and you don't wear your product. Something is up with that.
Right. And that's the same thing with Chinese restaurants, man. I was talking to Chinese guy. I said, man, do you ever eat your food, man? You eat your cooking? He was like, he won't eat what he makes in America, but he'll eat it back home.
Mm. Did you ask
He
him
was like,
why?
he was like, he said, man, this stuff is unhealthy.
Mm. What do you mean,
He
like the
told,
meat?
told the truth, like he was just saying, like the stuff that he cooks is too greasy, it's too fat, it's too this, it's too that. But he making it to where we like it.
So wait, is he talking about the meat is unhealthy or just in
He
general?
everything in general, like all
Mm.
the food that he cooked, everything that he cooked, he was like, man, nah, I won't eat that, man. It's unhealthy. But
Mm.
he'll feed it to our country though, which the food was fire. Don't get food was finger licking good, but it's just the point that he won't eat his own food, so he don't even know what his food. I'm pretty sure he tried it before, but he don't know what his food tastes like. You know what I'm saying? Probably like, yeah, it's probably too sweet. Yeah, yeah, whatever. But he ain't just sitting there and enjoying a whole plate of his own cooking.
That's interesting. I heard that before too. And then I kind of observed that as well when I went into the Chinese restaurants. They don't really eat their food. You're right. And I think one of the dudes said they don't eat their food, but he never really gave me an explanation. That's why I asked you what did he say?
That's what he said. I mean, I've seen him probably sit down and eat some vegetables, but that's as far as
Only thing I seen him eat is rice.
right. That's
That's
as
it. The
far.
white rice. That's as far as they go.
They won't eat none of they meat. That General Store, none of that, bro. Like I seen, I'm just sitting there like I asked him. I said, "Why?" I said, "Man, you know your food good." He was like, "Yeah, people tell me that," and I'm like, "You don't know?" He was like, "Nah, man, I don't eat it. It's unhealthy. It's not good for you." Nigga, you selling it? Don't that now? And I don't bought it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know if I want it now. But shit, I'm gonna eat it though because I paid for it. Like. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat it because I paid for it, but for that time, like that little moment we had right there, I was like, I don't know if I want to eat that again. Like, because who knows what that meat is? He might say it's unhealthy because it's backyard meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, I don't eat meat either, bro.
I heard
I'm a vegan.
that vegan.
Yeah, I feel like this is just my personal opinion. I'm not knocking nobody that does eat meat. My children eat meat. I didn't force me being a vegan onto them, but after researching a lot of stuff, I've researched animals, and it's like you're eating a dead carcass. Like that animal was alive. So like when you putting this meat in your freezer, it's sort of like you keeping something dead in your freezer. And then, yeah, I'm just saying from my research, I'm breaking it down here, right? Everything has a soul, right? So if you're
Right.
eating this stuff, and let's say the animal was
Oh man.
very angry, or you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you eating, it affects you. No, I'm saying you can look this up too. I'm serious.
I
Stuff
feel you.
that you eat, it
What?
affects you. It even changes your moods. I don't mess with no meat. I don't think I ever eat meat again, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Right. That's funny.
Huh? What you feel about meat? You don't think you can ever give it up?
Uh, I probably give up certain meats.
But not everything. Not chicken.
Not everything, man. Because you got chicken. Chicken, man. Chicken can't be bad, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that's like, yo, listen, you're eating meat, and your insides turns into a graveyard, b. You know
Oh.
what I'm saying? I'm just serious, man. Eating all that dead stuff. Cause you gotta remember, these animals was alive. They have a heart, they have hands, feet, they have lungs, they have kidneys, they have eyes. Like, come on, man.
Man,
I'm not listen,
I
I'm not knocking people for what they want to eat. I'm not judging anybody, but you gotta think about all this stuff. But for the most part, overall, though, I feel like a lot of stuff that we eating is not healthy, even down to the fruits, because they spray so much chemicals on the vegetables, the fruit. So, are you honestly getting anything healthy nowadays? It's tough. It's
yeah, you're
tough
right.
to it's tough to eat certain stuff, but I stay away from meat. I don't eat no form of meat, man. Like I said, I believe it's like you're holding a graveyard inside you, and you're
That's
holding like a lot of dead stuff in your freezer. You know what I mean? I know how to cook good. I cook all the stuff, but I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not eating
I feel you. I feel you. Now you thinking about it. I,
Huh?
I said now you got me thinking about it. That's funny.
Nah, man, I don't want you. Yo, listen, man, that's your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I saw you eating chicken on the last podcast. You was waxing it off over there,
I was, hey,
man.
you would have had what I had, bro. You probably would have stopped being vegan, bro. That's
Man,
all.
I haven't had a piece of chicken in years, bro. I don't even remember what chicken tastes like, man. I'm gonna be
But I
honest with
think, hey, like a graveyard
you. Yo,
cemetery.
listen, I'm telling you, man. But yo, I try to eat as healthy as I can, and I'm back to working now. I'm trying to get back to my having a six pack because I was down and out for a long time with my back. So I'm going bike riding and just working out, man. I'm trying the next 2 months. I'm just going in trying to get back into shape, man. So
That's another thing in our community we need to work on, man. Just getting healthy. And
yeah.
these new viruses, they coming for us. Seriously, they
So
really.
what you feel about everything overall? This the last question before we get out of here because I know you gotta get up early. So
I'm shut eye. Yes, sir.
what do you feel about everything that's going on, and what are the solutions you suggesting that we should do?
I
Because there's a
mean,
lot of stuff going on. So give me an input and give me an insight on everything.
I, number one, man, like we were saying about the abortion thing, man. Like they really got to look into these situations and scenarios. Like you can't just go off of, oh, she doing it because she trying to hurt the father, or she doing it because she don't want no more, or you know what I'm saying. Like it got to be a limitation on a decision made by the courts. It really got to have some type of reasoning behind why they're about to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you should interrogate a woman about what she want to do with her body, but at the same time, like, don't say, "Hey, you can't do this because you were this," or "You can't do that because we need your." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely got to be. You got to have some reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why you can't abort your child. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like I just really don't feel like we should allow a country to dictate what a woman does. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like we're gonna be stuck in the same place, man, because we're not moving forward. We're not trying to, make change because now we're sitting here bringing a child in the world and that person can't even take care of that child. Now we got more children like me in foster care. You know what I'm saying? Because and if you can't abort a child, you can give a child away. Now you got more of me, more stories like me.
But
You
I
know,
gotta say this though. Hold on. I gotta say this. If you would have been aborted, you wouldn't have came out to be who you are now, and your kids wouldn't be here.
you right,
Think about all the generations
right,
that you got 4 kids. That's four generations that come from you.
right. You right. No,
Think about it.
I was in a good. I'm good because that wasn't gonna happen back in the day. That they were popping them out in the '90s. They didn't give a. They didn't
I mean,
care.
it's 50
'90s was
50. But
yeah. It definitely feel like it
yeah, it's
should be.
50-50.
It should be reviewed, man, on why like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old man ain't even living their life. They didn't know what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they did know what was gonna happen. Because you got some 15, 16-year-old want to mess with grown dudes. That's all they know.
Yeah, they
But
do. You got some of them that when I was going to school, they was messing with grown
lying
men.
about their age. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
No, they
look
wasn't lying about it. He wasn't lying about the age. They was coming to pick them up from school, bro.
R.
You
Kelly.
know, that was like no. Yo, listen, that was normal when I was coming up. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
listen, me being the
R-
age that I am, I couldn't think about messing with a 15 or 16-year-old, even an 18-year-old or 20. I can't
it,
mess with.
it's
That's
it,
like, yo, a 20-year-old is my daughter's age. A
right.
16-year-old is my son age, bro. I
Not
don't
not
think I
not
could
a,
do that, man.
looking at it. A lot of 40s and 50-year-old. Talking to you 20-year-old. It's man. It's like, dude. You got to understand that you got kids probably older than her. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even. It's boundaries, man, and but a lot of that happens with absent fathers too. Ain't
Mm.
no father in the picture, so a lot of that they probably looking for somebody that's like a father.
But it also, hold on though. We gotta touch on this before you get out of it. It's
Right?
that entitlement thing too. A lot of these women are entitled, man,
Yeah.
because they get everything their way.
They get yeah, yeah.
So it's like I'm not saying all women, and I'm not judging people for what they do. If you want to mess with a 20-year-old, 25-year-old, you won't have no judgment. Now, if you want to mess with kids, then that's when I have a problem with it. And I might bust you upside the head myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You
right,
mess with little kids, I got a problem. But if you of age, I'm not gonna mess with nobody young like that. But everybody's not me. So you
right.
know, but that's that entitlement thing and just a whole bunch of issues, man, that we could just talk about this all night long. But I just solutions. So what do you think is the solutions? How can we fix the let's get past the abortion thing? Because this look like they gonna ban abortions all across the board. Was reading today they trying to get rid of birth control too. So
Man, they getting rid of Plan Bs.
yeah, I was reading that today.
Like
I didn't know they was going that far. So that
dog, they
means you
are
really
crazy.
got to be careful now. Let's
You
see if they gonna be out here being reckless now, boy. Let's see.
yeah. Yeah, they getting rid of everything that we helped avoid, and now
Yo, yo, yo. You
I'm
back?
back. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. So we'll do this again, brother. Thank you for joining the podcast. Shout
Yes,
out all your social media so these people can check out your music and
uh,
stuff like that.
like I said, man. I ain't post my new music yet, but man, Facebook, man, JD, man, JayDee. You got Instagram, JD Raw 101. You got Snapchat, JD Raw 101. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep it simple and sweet. Um, but other than that, man, I got a lot more music coming, and and I hope we got a lot more podcasts coming, man. Cause this right here, man, is a it's like a stepping stone, man. Brothers banding together and actually talking about something positive and making change, and versus hating on each other and being in the streets and doing anything crazy that just that's what they want us to do. They want us to act like that, man. So definitely, if you can get brothers off the streets, man, all off the streets, come back home. Man, I know we got some serving life. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather you being there than doing something reckless. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild. You know what I'm saying? So definitely love being a father, man. True poet, man. I really look up to you, man, because when I first met you, we ain't know each other from nobody, man. Met at a wedding, dog.
Yeah, man. And we just clicked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stayed in
Easy.
contact. Hey, listen, man. People that I
Yes,
held down
sir.
and did a lot for don't even reach out to me like how me and you we conversate every once in a while. Even sometimes I don't hear from you, just like text me, "Yo, what's up? You all right?" You know, out of the blue. I don't even get that from family, friends, and I'm talking about I done did a lot for a lot of different people. So much
Right,
appreciation for
right.
that, bro. And you know you're gonna be my
Yes,
brother always, man. So if you need anything, you
sir.
just you holler at me, bro. I appreciate you
Don't
coming on the podcast, and we
yes,
gonna
sir.
do this
Don't forget,
again.
man. July. I'm there. I'm there. July. I should be.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we could do
Bro.
we
I really want to get on the road July 1st, so I can already be there on the 2nd. Cause I'm off all week. Uh, up until the 5th. I'm off all week. All up until the 5th. So definitely gonna be in Florida for a few days. So
all
definitely
right. So then we
trip
could
to.
do a live one, man. Do a little round table
Oh yeah,
at my studio here. We do a little round table and get it together, get some
let's
more
do that, man.
brothers on.
And I might throw out some vocals out there, man, so they know I actually sing a little bit, man.
Yeah, yo, the next time you come up here, let's play one of your tracks, man. Let the people hear you, man.
Yeah, I'll let them hear it, man, and probably even release it the same day, man, so everybody know, like, hey, it's me. I'm trying to get it on Spotify, YouTube, whatever. I got it going.
All
So,
right, all right, bro. Salute, man, and
yes, sir.
all your information will be in the description. And yo, shout out to you. Thank you for joining the podcast. So, peoples, man, thank you for checking this out. This is Missing Conversation, where the conversation is missing. I'm True Poet. It's my bro JD. We out of here. Peace and love to everybody. One love.
Peace. Yes, sir.